Hi everyone, Ray here with another project management tip. This week, let's look at 5 leadership skills needed for risk and crisis management. Now, as we know, good leadership does not come from a single skill, but rather a collection of skills such as team building, influence, patience, empathy, and creativity. Today, we're going to look at 5 leadership skills essential for risk and crisis management. Now, risk and crisis management are closely related. Good risk management may reduce or eliminate crises, but it's inevitable that at some point in your project management career, a risk becomes not just an issue, but a full-blown crisis. Now, a favorite textbook example of this is the case of the Chicago Tylenol murders of 1982. Drug manufacturer Johnson & Johnson was confronted with an issue that Tylenol had been tainted with cyanide, leading to a number of deaths. Demonstrating their leadership, Johnson & Johnson management acted quickly and decisively to recall Tylenol and related products from all consumers and stores and issue national warnings to those that might still have the products. The J&J actions saved the company millions of dollars. Within 6 weeks of the incident, a plan was presented to get the product back on shelves and restore consumer confidence. The 5 skills we will examine were clearly evident in this case. Number 1 is trust building. Severe impacts of issues and crises can quickly erode trust. How could this happen is a question most stakeholders will have in this case. Having trust in place ahead of time always helps. At the time, J&J was already a trusted brand, as evidenced by their higher market share. But it takes just one slip to erode that trust. Leaders need to work hard on rebuilding trust once the issue comes to light. Their actions and applications of these other skills helped to quickly restore their position as market leaders. Number 2 is organizational change management. Good leaders know how to shape and influence an organization to change. At times, these may only be small changes, but some projects require larger organizational change as well. J&J applied this skill after strategic thinking, applying lessons learned, and decision making. They called on the organization to make the changes necessary to prevent this type of product misuse from happening again. Third is decision making. Sound decision making is required when risks become threats and opportunities or even crises. Without sound decision making to take the right actions, organizations can find themselves introducing new risks and getting into firefighting mode. J&J made sound decisions at every step, even ignoring law enforcement agencies that advised them that a full product recall was not necessary. Four, applying lessons learned. Leaders need to be able to apply lessons learned both during and after risk responses. This is important to avoid added risks and making the same mistakes over and over again. J&J led the way by switching from capsules to caplets, which are harder to tamper with, and also introduced tamper-proof packaging. Later, the FDA, the Federal Drug Administration, adopted these steps as norms, as well as promoting the escalation of product tampering to a federal crime. And the 5th skill, strategic thinking. Leaders need to think strategically, especially in times of crises. For J&J, this meant going back to their credo, which was their code of conduct and ethics, and observing the statement that we believe our first responsibility is to the patients, doctors, and nurses, to mothers and fathers, and all others who will use our products and services. In meeting their needs, everything we do must be of high quality. Their review of that strategic document led them to understand that the best action they could take would be to recall all products until more was known about the situation. For the leaders of J&J, these actions made the difference between losses of trust, market leadership, and billions of dollars, and reintroducing the product in about 2 months. For more about this incredible story, you may want to check out an article on today's top 10 unsolved crimes and other online articles from Wikipedia and other sources. Thanks, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this tip. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you next week.